the announcement comes out, you're going back to the Colts, and then you text me, you're like, hey, I turned down a lot of money. I was like, that seems to make a lot of sense with that whole thing. Why did you decide to turn down a lot of money to come back to Indianapolis for the year? And I don't want you to say the team or out the team, but I assume there was numerous teams involved in this entire thing?
Oh, yeah, it was some teams. It was a lot. There's a couple teams actually, but some teams, it's free agency, so some teams get their guy and some teams don't. And when they miss on their guy, then they want the next guy. So I fell in a lot of those categories for some teams, and other teams are just like, hold on, wait, we're gonna get back to you. But for me, I just was very patient, through the whole thing. But the one person that I got to give a lot of credit to is Reggie Wayne. I call him 87, and he helped me out a lot, man. He answered the phone when I needed him. He was a big help all the way through this whole thing, and I give anything for him, man. And he's a really big brother to me, and I love him to death, man. And just for him to be there every step of the way with me, all the way till I signed, it was incredible. But I actually turned out. I actually would have made more money the day I signed than my whole contract with Indy.
Oh, dude. So how do you – now listen, loyalty is awesome. Okay, hey, loyalty – listen, I want to let you know that's fantastic. That's awesome, all right? That's way to go. Hey, that doesn't happen a lot. But the NFL is a business. That's literally what the NFL is. This is a profession. You've made a good bank, but hey, I understand your family, your circumstances. It's like one of those situations. Whenever that comes across the table, I assume it's not just you. I assume Reggie's within this conversation. I assume the Cats. I assume the family's involved in this thing. How do you make that decision to go with, you know what? I like Indy. I know Indy, and we got a chance to do something with Carson here that maybe we can reset it, or how do you make that decision there? Because more money on the day that you signed than you've ever made in Indy sounds very nice. I don't know, how'd you get through that process of picking Indy over that?
That was tough, man. It was very tough. Just prayer, man, and I asked God to show me signs of what I should do.
Oh, no, not this bullshit again. You know what? He was supposed to go to West Virginia. He was supposed to go to West Virginia. This dude was supposed to be a mountaineer, okay? And he does this whole I believe in signs thing is very real with him. His kid picked up a fucking hat to FIU, and that's why he went there instead of going to WVU. And by the way, it worked out. It worked out, all this thing. But is that real? Like, you just...
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, true story. No bull. So I prayed about it. I prayed about it about 12 o'clock. I signed 3? So I prayed about it about 12 o'clock. I've been texting Chris Ballard the whole time. So by 2:30, I'm like, man, by 3 o'clock, I'm signing somewhere. Wherever it's at, I'm signing. And then 2:55, I got on the phone with Chris. And I'm like, are we going to get this done? Like, how can we get this done? And he came up with a number, and I'm like, man, all right, it's all right. Well, I guess it's meant for me to go to this next team. Soon as I close his message, Irsay texts me. And I said, there go my sign right there. When he texts me, that's when we got it done. When he texted me, he got it done.
Hey, was his text like one of his tweets? Was it awesome? What was the text like from Jim Irsay?
No, it was awesome, man. It was just hoping that we could get. It was a great deal. Hopefully, we could get it done. And I told him the number that I wanted, and they got to it right then and there, and the deal got done.
Jim Irsay is just like, brother, listen, I'm trying to. What do you need? What do you need? Okay, Chris, just give the guy that's awesome that Irsay gets involved in that entire thing. 2:55. I'm making a decision by 3. Jim Irsay comes in from the clouds with a blue text, I'd assume.
Yeah, Ty. The day before you re-signed with the Colts, the hashtag Bring Ty Home was trending for almost 24 hours. Is that something you see, and does that play any sort of factor into your decision?
Oh, absolutely. That played a big factor, man. I mean, just seeing the songs, seeing the tweets. I mean, it was awesome, man. I listened to every last one of them, man, and it just was incredible. The love that this city has for me, man, it definitely touched me in a major way.
Well, Jim Irsay tweeted after the season, other than T.Y. Hilton, who should be on the other 3 banners? And I was like, okay, so this is Irsay basically saying, like, this guy's not going anywhere. And then there was a press conference where Irsay was like, if T.Y. can get back, we hope he gets back. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Now I'm hearing Irsay was like, Chris Ballard probably went to Jim and was like, hey, we're just not there, you know. And Irsay's like, let me talk to him. Let me talk. What do you need? Got it. Let me sell this Beatles drum kit real quick. He is the man. Hey, Chris Ballard has been really cool, I assume, building that culture. Have you? It's almost like, because you had to rebuild again. I mean, you had to rebuild the culture. He said before he brought in any free agents, he wanted to build that. What have you seen from the team that Chris Ballard has kind of built? And what are your thoughts on how Chris Ballard has led as a GM now that you've experienced a couple now at this point?
Oh, Chris has done an amazing job, man. The guys he has brought in, man, has been all pro players, man. And even the ones that haven't, they're making a huge impact on the game, and they're changing the game. And the culture is family, man. And we all sacrifice something for one another. And there's no selfishness, man. We all do it for the team. It's team. It's never a me. And you know, when you got that and guys that buy in, man, the team go a long way. And Chris has done a great job. Him and Frank. And you know, and we trust in those guys. You know, it starts from the top, man. And once the guys continue to buy in, man, it's gonna be special.
Heard you were getting your ass beat in cornhole.
You crazy? What?
Yeah, that's what people were saying. That's what people were saying. They were saying T.Y. because of his record and what was happening in the locker room in cornhole, they were thinking maybe you're gonna have to go to another locker room to kind of play a little bit different somewhere else. That's what I heard.
The people also said I ain't have no teams interested. So you know what the people say.
Did you see any of that? I mean, you couldn't. Were you invested in what was going on in the market? Like that day one when the Patriots, by the way, just spent like 100.
I went crazy.
Crazy. So you have to pay attention to that, right? I assume you saw.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.